Hello, and welcome back to the original Larry D's Food for Thought. Today we will be reading, of course, out of the Old King James Bible. And we will be going over some scriptures today concerning the title, Do You Really Know the True and Living God? Do you really know the true and living God? Okay, I'm going to share these scriptures with you right quick here. And we're going to go ahead and get started with this here in a second. But yeah, do you really know the true and living God? People always run around talking about, yeah, I know the Lord. I know the Lord. Do you? Do you really know the true and living God? Okay, because the God that we serve is the God of the Sabbath day, and most people are keeping Sunday. So do you really know the true and living God? Because the true and living God is the God of the Sabbath day, and we're gonna read that. Okay. So you have to ask yourself the question, man. All this stuff that we've been taught all our lives, most of the stuff has come out of men's mind and has not come out of the book because simply a lot of stuff they tell you, you just simply can't read it. I always tell everybody, I said, look, if you can't read it, don't believe it. If the man stand up there in front of you telling you something, uh, when it's over with said and done, say, look, hey, hey, look, big guy, I can't read that. So where you getting this from? You know? So you have to question these people, okay? Because man, I tell you what, it's high time that we start serving the true and living God, and a lot of people just not doing it. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing these. We're gonna go ahead and get into these scriptures right quick. And we're gonna start this in First John. First John, the second chapter, and we'll start reading at verse 1. And it reads, My little children, these things write I unto you, that ye sin not. And if any man sin, we have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ, the righteous. Okay? So, I just say, all have sinned and came short of the glory of God. Okay? But if you sin, uh, try not to sin willfully. I mean, you know what sin is. You know what right and wrong is. You know, now, if you sin inadvertently, you sin and you don't even know about it, be a secret sin, and then, an angel or Lord or somebody just happened to bring it to your attention. Hey, wait a minute. That was a sin. What you do? You get on your knees and you pray. You pray to the Father. Okay? And Jesus, as our intercessor, will intercede. And you can be forgiven for that. But that will for sin, that's something you want to stay away from. I'm telling you that right now. Okay? They said there's no more remission for sin that if you sin willfully. Okay? So keep that in mind. Verse 2, and he is the propitiation for our sins, and not for ours only, but also for the sins of the whole world. Verse 3, and hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments. Now, you see why I said, if we really know the true and living God, if you keep his commandments. Okay? So, you have to ask yourself the question, are you keeping the Lord's commandments? If you do, if you are, then hey, yeah, you know the Lord, the true and living God. But are you keeping Sunday? He said, remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy. Okay. Not Sunday. All right. He told you to keep his dietary law. People say, oh, he done changed the dietary. All you got to do is pray over it and you can eat anything. I said, show me where that is written. I have not read that. I have read this book several times and I have not read that. Okay. But I can read to you over in Malachi, the third chapter, where the Lord tell us that he said, I am the Lord thy God, and I change not. So you sons of Jacob are not consumed. So the Lord don't change, man. He still got that dietary law in place. He told you don't eat that fish. I mean, that catfish and that pork. I mean, it's cheapest stuff on the market, man. Why? Because they know it's unclean. So if it's unclean to you, it's an abomination unto you. It makes you unclean, just like the Lord said, okay? So, I'll tell you, but, and hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments. All right? Verse 4. Now, this is the kicker. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. You see what that's saying right here? If you do not keep his commandments, you are a liar, and the truth is not in you. Okay, verse 5. But whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected. Hereby know we that we are in him. He that saith he abideth in him ought himself also so to walk, even as he walked. So, you want to be a Christian? What is a Christian? Christian means to be Christ-like. Okay? So, you got to understand, when Jesus was here, he set the example. He never ate one piece of pork. He never ate one piece of catfish. He went into the synagogues on the Sabbath day. So if you want to be Christ-like, what you got to do? Okay? So, right, let's move on a little bit further. Let's see. Also, so he walked even as he walked. That's right. Okay, so let's turn right over here to 1 John, 4th chapter. I'm going to read one verse. Verse 1, and it reads, Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Man, I tell you, where these cats at, you reckon? I tell you what, you go to church on the first day of the week, you're looking at them, all right? They standing right there in front of you in that pulpit. I tell you that right now. They don't even prettying it up and nothing like that, because them cats, man, I know what they up to. And I can read to you what the Lord said. Ain't none of them right. He said, all are filthy dogs, greedy. And he didn't say none. That one little word right there, A-L-L, all. So tell me who's clean, who's right. Okay? Shoot. You are merchandise for the cats, man. Matter of fact, you know what? I didn't put that in there, but I'm gonna read it anyway. I'm gonna read it to you right quick, so you won't think I'm just talking out of the side of my neck. I'm gonna read that to you right quick, and it is in Isaiah. I didn't put it in the lineup for my scriptures, but I'm gonna read that to you so that you will see that. Hey, I'm not kidding, man. These cats ain't teaching you too much of anything. All right. This is Isaiah 56th chapter and verse 10. No, I started at verse 9. All ye beasts of the field, come to the vire. Yeah, all ye beasts in the forest. His watchmen are blind. Who are the watchmen? They are all ignorant. Oh my gracious. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yeah, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough. And they are shepherds. Who are your shepherds? He's not your pastors. One telling you the Lord's Sabbath day is on Sunday, keep you coming back. You know, if he tell you you got to start keeping the Lord's Sabbath day on Saturday, you're going to lose a lot of money. What they going to do to his bank account or wallet? Okay, verse 11 again. Yeah, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough, and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his quarter. Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant. So, man, don't worry about it. Just spend, 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 because we're going to go back next Sunday, and we're going to get just as much as we did or more than we did this Sunday. Boy, I tell you, something else. But I just wanted to show you that, so you won't think I was talking out of the side of my neck, okay? Yeah, but you got many false prophets going to go out, and they are here. They are here. Okay. Now, let me run back over here to Matthew's where I was supposed to went, but I just wanted to show you that right quick and everything. We're going over here to Matthew's the 20. 4th chapter. Take a quick look at something. We're going to start reading at verse 3. Matthew 24. Yeah, we're going to start reading at verse 3. Okay. And this is Jesus talking to his disciples here. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? The Lord took them somewhat totally different from what they was asking. Oh, look at here, verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. Okay. Take heed that no man deceive you. Verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. I'm going to tell you something, man. These guys are out here. They are deceiving the people, taking their money. It's terrible. Verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Keep saying it. It's a batch of them out there, man. They are out there. Okay. Let's run over here to Luke right quick. Matthew, Mark, Luke. Quick look at something here. Luke, the 4th chapter. And start reading at verse 14. Now, this here is the true and living God. Okay. Okay. So we need to know if we find out if we know this guy. Okay. Now we're gonna start reading at verse verse 14. And it reads, And Jesus returned in the power of the Spirit into Galilee, and there went out a fame of him through all the regions round about. And he taught in their synagogues, being glorified of all. And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up, and as his custom was, what's custom? That means something you do all the time, right? Okay. And as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read. What? So as Jesus' custom was, he went into the churches on the Sabbath day, every Sabbath, something he did all the time. And to include, he stood up for to read. Now, what's wrong with our pastors reading the book? Okay, I tell you what, you want to go somewhere where somebody's reading a book to you and they can't lie to you because you're reading the place. Everybody in there, the place I go to, everybody in there has a Bible. The pastor has a Bible. The reader has a Bible. And all the people sitting out there in the audience has a Bible. And we all read together. So if you're reading it together, you can't lie to me. You know what? Matter of fact, years ago, I've been in this thing for what? Going on 17, 18 years now. And what really got me was when I seen this guy standing up there reading the book, and I said, hey, you know what? This guy can't lie to me. He ain't lying. I said, because I'm reading it too. So, oh wow. But these cats on the first day of the week, on Sunday, how much book do they read to you? They read a few scriptures, close it up, bam. And then they start hooting and hollering, talking about teaching from the precepts of their own mind, just like Lord had written. They teach to you, to you from the precepts of their own mind rather than the precepts of God. Okay? So I'm just giving you a little insight there. Okay, where we at here? Okay, and he stood up for to read. Verse 17. And there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah, and when he opened it, and when he had opened the book, he found the place where it was written. Verse 18, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me because he has anointed me to teach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. So Jesus he read that book. He didn't read just a few scriptures and, close it up and start talking, you know. He read that book. Now, this is the true and living God, okay? The Lord God of Israel, okay? Now, let's go back over here to Matthew's right quick, on to Matthew's 12th chapter. And let's see, I think we're going to read one verse over here. Let's see. Revelations. I'm sorry, not Revelation. Matthew's 12 and verse verse 8. And it reads, "For the Son of Man." Now, who is the Son of Man? Jesus. Okay. "For the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath day." Okay. So he is Lord of the Sabbath. He had to uh rise on the Sabbath day. People say he died on Good Friday and rose Easter Sunday morning. So where you read that at? I'm gonna tell you what I can read to you though. I can read to you where he was cut off in the midst of the week, which was Wednesday, and he was in the grave. He made the statement because the disciples asked him, and say, "Hey, we'll see a sign from thee, Lord." And he said, "I want to give you one sign. That's the sign of Jonah. As Jonah was in the belly of the whale for 3 days and 3 nights, so shall the Son of Man," talking about himself, "shall be in the heart of the earth for 3 days and 3 nights." Can you get 3 days and 3 nights from Friday evening to Sunday morning? Can't get it with nobody's arithmetic. Okay. So he was crucified on Wednesday and he rose just before sundown on Saturday evening on the Sabbath day. Okay. That's why he is the Lord of the Sabbath. Okay. All right. But don't let nobody deceive you. Jesus the Lord said many false prophets gonna come out and they're gonna deceive many. And that's exactly what they're doing, people. I'm telling you, you need to get away from these cats. You catch them in a tail. I would myself, if I catch them in a lie one time, that's enough for me. But some people may be taller and say, "Hey, okay, man, I'm gonna let him snip on this one." You catch him again, I think if I were you, I'd get on up out of there. I go find me somewhere, man, with teaching the truth. It's all that simple. But let's turn over here to Psalm the 39th chapter right quick. Psalm 39, we'll read verse 1. And it reads, "I said, I will take heed to my ways, that I sin not with my tongue. I will keep my mouth with a bridle while the wicked is before me." Okay. So I am going to watch my mouth. I'm going to run around telling somebody, "Yeah, I know the Lord." Yeah, yeah, you do. But you don't keep his commandments. So I'll know right off the bat right now, you ain't telling me the truth. But that tongue is a world of trouble. It will get you in deep trouble. It is a powerful member. That tongue is full of deadly poison. You can read that. I can read that to you too. But we're trying to bridle that tongue, bridle that mouth, man, you know, and seek the Lord, man. Read this book, and you'll find out if you're serving the true and living God or not. Okay? Because these cats sure ain't teaching you nothing. I mean, they ain't teaching you the truth. They teaching you about that other Jesus, that other God that Paul talked about. You know, that's the one he teaching you about, the one that let you do anything you want to and think you're gonna waltz your way right on into God's kingdom over in Jerusalem. And it's not going to happen. Okay? So seek the Lord. Okay, while he still may be found. I'm talking about the true and living God. Okay? Now, with that, food for thought. Think on these scriptures and words throughout the course of the day. And until next time, peace.